Welcome back to Books and Blogs. Today we talk about love, specifically Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages. And we have two gentlemen and two ladies unpacking the mystery of love. And we left it at you almost hitting the divorce button, year 1 in your marriage.
Yeah.
And yes, you got restored, and just hold on to that because you will share it a little bit later. I want to hear from the men, starting with you, Victor.
Yeah.
Mary said that we also as women have to pursue the men. Like we shouldn't get comfortable. He said that as well. So how do men want to be pursued in the context of marriage?
Actually, it's very, very simple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very simple because, you know, marriage is not for two consumers. You know, if you have two consumers in a marriage, then they look for something else.
What does that mean?
People who have come to take.
Ah,
Yeah, marriage is people who have come to give and think of giving
that's
continuously.
so powerful.
And so one of the ways that a man wants to be pursued is a man wants to be, you know, if you talk just from the biblical way of doing things, he's supposed to be priest, prophet, and king of his home.
Yes.
But the thing that a man looks for the most is to be given kingship.
Yes.
That's what a man wants. The only way to pursue a man is when you give him kingship, you have spoken the highest level of language to him. Because no man understands another language apart from being respected. Any other thing, you cook chapatis, you stand on them, you spin them around.
You sit on them.
He doesn't sit on
It's
them.
not gonna work.
That doesn't matter. The point is that to him, the thing that counts best is that he's being respected. And being respected to a man means a few things. Allow the guy to make mistakes. If he's not tying the kids to a nuclear bomb, allow him to make a mistake. You know, allow him to make some, because because this is what now we fight about so much. And then we find that the man doesn't want to come back home because at home he's not king. He wants to go where he's king. Men are hot-wired to go where they're celebrated. That's the hot wiring. So if I'm being celebrated by my friends, I'll be there. It's very easy. You know, for example, when a man is there, if at all she wants her husband home, if she sends a message and asks, where are you? He's coming home at 5 in the morning. Where are you? Because that question by itself makes him feel like a child. But if she tells him, I need you,
Yes.
I miss you,
Yes.
unless the guy is a porcupine, he's coming home. He's coming home.
Are you serious?
Immediately he's coming home because he's needed. He feels he's king. The guy flies to go home. That language by itself is him feeling that he's being pursued. Because men expect response. Men expect response. He's doing something, he's expecting, you know, fine, I didn't pay power, but I paid water. Yeah, you know, there's something good I must be doing. When you focus on that, he feels like he's being king. Because kingship is given. A man cannot take kingship in his house. That is dictatorship. Yeah.
Wow. So, Pastor Benjamin, I always ask this question, and I might as well as still just bring it out. So yes, kingship is given. I didn't pay a lek, but I paid water, etc. Is the same grace extended to the women?
Yes, but the way you want it communicated to you is basically different. As guys, we love honor. We love, you see, the king is honored, respect, you know, because also there is that position of leadership that we have in the home. But you ladies, you want security, love. See, so that's a very totally different set of communication. So how we communicate love to you and security, emotionally, spiritually, physically, even financially, is basically very different. Yeah. So I think for a lady, that is how you pursue her, by giving her that safe space to be herself, to thrive, to know that she's appreciated, she's loved, to know that she's well taken care of, she's covered emotionally. She can come to you and communicate her feelings without fearing judgment or condemnation. She can come to you and basically have her needs met by the man.
Yes.
And if you take that role, I think you'll be pursuing her, you'll be drawing her in.
I kind of felt the book was more talking to women more. There's a word for it, I just don't have it right now. Like, it was, if I felt like it was speaking to us more, the things we need to do, the things we need to be, the things we need to say. And at times I have issues with those books because I'm like, both of us are in this relationship, okay? So yes, I know this boy child thing, the men maybe feel emasculated or something, but I'm like, look, even we as women are there and we have our own wiring as well, as special as we're wearing maybe as a man, same to us.
Yeah.
So one of the issues I had with the book was, okay, I've heard you, women, this, so I'm like, okay, can you at least talk to also the men at some point? I don't know if you felt, you don't seem like you did, but it's fine.
You know, first of all, the book was written by
a man.
Let's start from there. But secondly, as well, it's good also to create that form of balance.
Yes.
Personally, maybe I felt that there was a bit of balance.
Yeah.
Because there are things in marriage that require everyone to jump in. Yeah. Everything in marriage requires everyone to jump in. The bigger question in marriage is normally who starts. That's the biggest element in any marriage, is who starts. And when you answer the question who starts, which is it's me who starts.
So you both have to be responsible to say it's me.
Yeah, because there's no marriage that gets destroyed because of one person. No. Everyone played a part. Yeah. So there has to be an action or an inaction, but there's someone in the part. So the big question is, who starts first, you know? If I understand my wife's language of love, do I sit and say, you didn't give me my language of love last week, so me, I'm keeping yours? Yes, let's wait until you, first of all, you move. No. I say, I'll keep on giving. I'll keep on giving, I'll keep on giving. At some point, because also I must understand that in marriage, we always draw towards people who have the ability to heal us of whatever thing that we're going through. And if I'm coming to my wife, I must understand that my wife is also a human being with her own issues and her own background issues. And I must be willing, first of all, as a man to say, I'm coming to this marriage, first of all, as a healer to my wife. So I will give and give and give until she's strong enough to give. And she's sitting there, she's saying, this guy has come with his own issues. I will give and give and give until he's strong enough to give me. Yeah.
So how did you restore yours?
Actually, it's what both Victor and Benjamin have said.
Yes.
You know, it gets to a point where you ask yourself, who is going to be the change catalyst? And that's what God asks in any marriage. Who will be the change catalyst here?
So there's no room for pride, for ego?
There is no room for pride. In fact, what my hubby says, there is no room for downtime. Because if you give a marriage a downtime, then you're
loophole
done.
For the enemy, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So who will be the change catalyst in that marriage?
Wow.
And that was the biggest question that God had asked ourselves, including me personally. Who will be the change catalyst? And I had to reach a point, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter whether my husband is feeling like he's not giving me A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I'm going to be the change catalyst.
Wow.
And that's where I stopped pursuing myself, and I started now pursuing him, putting him in the picture. He said one thing, which is very good, and which I always tell women, do not lose your man in the turns.
Do not lose your man in
turns. Because that's what happens. You know, we're very good when, you know, our man is riding the bike and he's like, the lane is straight, and you're like, yeah, the wind is blowing. But then a turn comes, you're negotiating. And then that's the time you're thinking, how have you negotiated? Okay, we've slipped. Oh, Jehovah, we are now on top of the mountains, or we're in the ditch. And there you are. You're like, no, you should have put the speeds like this, like that. You should have done that. And that's where most women go wrong. They lose their men in the turn.
So I shouldn't be telling him he took that turn so fast that we both fell.
Because if
I should just zip it up.
He is human at the end of the day.
You know, he also fell, eh?
He also fell.
And that was
exactly.
That
and that at that point, a man is the most vulnerable. Anything can push him towards the edge.
What about, so they've talked about change catalyst, you have to reach out, you have to be the reacher. So all these issues have happened in your relationship, marriage, and you're always the one reaching out. You're always the one just there, pulling. This partner is just there sitting, waiting to be pulled. And najua, tumekasirikiana, there's a stalemate, but atakuja, tusiukuja, you know. What is, assuming that's happening, whichever partner, either man or woman, but one partner is just there, and you know very well, the last 10 times it's been me. Surely, this one time should be you. But no, I'm still supposed to be the change catalyst.
Yeah, because love suffers long.
Thank you.
Love suffers long.
What do you think?
Regardless of how long it will take, you'll still be there pursuing and you see believing it. Also love believes everything. That is to say, it believes that there will always be the best outcome in what we are doing in communicating love, that it's for the interest of that other person.
Yeah.
It's nothing for, we get tired because we tend to look at the benefit we are going to collect.
Yes.
And when the benefit doesn't come maybe early enough or when we expected, then we say, there is nothing in it for me, so I can as well throw in the towel. But if we look at it, it's for the interest of the other person. I'm pursuing their best interest regardless of what is in it for me. Then we will keep at it, and that is the epitome of love. Even when like if you look at Christianity, when God gave His Son, He would still have given even if He knew nobody would have ever believed in Him, He would still have gone on that cross and died. It was not for the benefit of God; it was for the benefit of mankind to be redeemed from whatever state we were in sin. So even the spouse who is the one pursuing, they should always know that it's for the best interest of the other person, and if it's really love, then there is no time that is too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also change tact.
Yeah.
The best marriages have the best managers, and you can't manage what you don't understand. And at times you understand that I'm telling my wife, maybe my wife is doing something, I keep on coming. There comes a time when I stop and I change tact.
Okay.
My foundation is my love for her. That is my foundation. My approach must change now. At times also what gets couples tired is you keep on doing the same thing. You're coming with the same methodology continuously and you're not getting through to them. So because your intention is clear and you love them, then change tact. Change tact. At times, look for something that is different. I love you, but this might destabilize you. But I have to come from this side, because if I don't come from this side, I will not get you. What gets us tired is you're trying the same way every time you're having meetings. Come, we need to talk. 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 And every time you're saying come, we need to talk, the person runs away. Because they're always fearing talking.
Yeah.
So what do you do? How do you change tact? Go where they are. Meet them there.
Without preparation.
Yeah, now ambush them. Okay, now we are here. Now we are talking now. But look for a way, because there are times that, and I'll be very honest, there are times that we in marriage, we are also too lazy to try something else, and we play the victim. If at all someone is doing something continuously and they're hurting you continuously, over time, when you pull yourself out of the situation and you look at them, you can be real also. And one of the things that in marriage you lack is being real about it. Is to be real about it. Honestly, this guy has had 10 affairs. There have been 10 affairs here. In these 10 affairs, every time I learn of a new one, I get hurt. And I keep on telling him, please change. And he says, I am changing.
I'm doing my best.
I am doing my best. To prevent me from having burnout, then I have to look for a new way. Either now I call all the other women who had affairs with to a meeting. We have a whole fellowship to pray for him. But to look for a way and think, which is the other way that I can get through to this person, because I'm also burning out. And to prevent me from burning out, because I don't want to give up on them, I need to think of a new way to get to them, that I can speak to them in a language which they'll understand.
Wow.
At times we overreact, at times we are so quick, we are pushing, we are shouting, we are yelling, you are doing this. At times, maybe it's silence. At times just keep quiet. You've been you are coming late. No, okay, let me keep quiet and let me see. Just can be silence. So at times we look for what it is. At times just change. There are people who I know have been praying for their partners to change for a long time. And one time they decided to stop praying for them to change and to thank God that they're alive. And the guy hears, oh, she's happy that I'm alive. Let me at least come home. So love is the foundation. But change tact if it's becoming too hot. Change tact, that you don't burn out.
And also to understand that grace at the end of the day in a marriage, you have to give each other grace. Grace is transformative no matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter. In fact, grace takes the longest route. It always takes the longest route. It doesn't take, shortcuts and, fixtures and touch-ups and all that. No. It takes the longest route. Look at for instance, the prodigal son and the father. As in, he let him go, he went, he wandered off and all that, and still he came back and he embraced him.
Yeah.
That is the perfect example of grace we have in a real life scenario, now apart from Christ. You see, because at the end of the day, another thing that we don't extend to each other is grace. We don't. You want your partner to be a certain way. You've put standards for him, because at the end of the day, I need you to be at this point.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you also don't understand that you're also human, and he would put the same standards for you. So extend to each other grace. And it might take the longest route. It might take 1 year, it might take 10 years. And that's what couples sometimes don't understand. It's what Pastor Benjamin said, that you expect a benefit after 1 year. In fact, you put timelines for each other. I've started this tactic, it should pay off after 3 months. So you're thinking after 3 months you haven't changed. Okay, now we need to employ pastors. So you put pastors in 6 months still.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need counselors.
Yeah.
9 months, I'm done with this marriage.
Yeah.
And
No, I know
that's the
actually a woman who
generation right now.
applied pastors or prophets to woo her husband. So you know those "thus says the Lord" kind of stuff.
I'm sure it backfired.
Forget now backfire. They actually got married, and that whoever who spoke those things to them still continues to speak. So the man lives in a lot of fear, and he believes that's the truth. You see, so you are there thinking, I know what's going on. I know you're being fed a lot of rubbish, but what can I can't tell you nothing. I can't tell you nothing. There are people who actually go through those. So it's not yes, it is a form of witchcraft, but in the name of Jesus. You know what I mean? They use the name of Jesus to manipulate and get these men to be what they want.
You know, the danger of marriage is this. Marriage self-sanctifies. That's the nature of marriage. And because marriage self-sanctifies, truth in marriage comes out. It just finds its way out. One person will say it's the devil, another will say that it is God. But but truth comes out and that's why it's also important in everything that you're trying to do, even to bring the person together, to bring the person back. Be as honest as you can, completely honest, because at the end of the day, these things can backfire, and that is the danger. You know, and just in that case, it can short circuit. You know, and suddenly now the guy wakes up one morning and goes, "Oh,
I know.
Kumbe, I was not meant to be here."
I know.
You know, and how to tell someone that I did this because I loved you. They won't get it.
No.
They won't get it. So it's important to understand that in marriage, also the truth self-sanctifies itself, and it has to come out. The way that it processes itself, it does come out.
And I believe God is
also,
not
I think
unjust.
talking about honesty,
Yeah.
we also, as we are waiting for the other person to change and we are working towards it, we should be honest and look at what we desire as change objectively. Because we might have a milestone that is way out in 10 kilometers away, yet the person is already showing progress towards change. Yet we don't see it because he hasn't reached where we are envisioning.
Milestone,
Yeah. So in the honesty, we should be very sensitive to see that at least they were not like this maybe 2-3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 1 year ago. There is progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, his language is words of affirmation.
It's true. And it's true. For most men, as long as he's fluid, as long as he's flax, clap for him. He might not be moving like a Subaru, but he's moving at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
You know, like just making the trail slowly, or a tortoise very slowly.
Movement.
Clap. But we don't. Most women don't. You know, you're thinking, oh, someone has moved, like, oh, a Ferrari has just passed on. And so you end up now living in that, limbo of comparison. Oh, he's already done this, he's already done that for her. And my husband is just trailing. So you're there, kazi yako ni kujikokota.
Wow.
So I say, as long as he's fluid, cheer him on.
Yeah.
Clap.
Man.
Clap.
So much wisdom on this table. Well, this imaginary table, but this square table, so much wisdom from these young people. God help all of us. I know I'm not alone. Don't disown me. I know we are many. I know we are many gleaning and listening and I mean, y'all are just shooting at me with many things. So my eyes are, my eyes are opening even with the kujikokota thing. You know, because I mean, we are different. So I could be fast and he's slow, and I'm thinking, come on.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. And
What is slow?
it really happens.
Kill me now, why not? Yeah. What is slow?
What is slow?
Who said it's slow?
Yeah, so,
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary Chapman, what's the book again? The
Five
Love
languages.
The Five Love Languages. Incredible, incredible book. If you have not read it, find the book. It's an old book, but man, I really, really love what's in there. I do, and as you have heard, everyone seems to be applying it in their relationships, and I think so should you. There should be some free PDF versions. If you just Google the book, actually there are free PDF versions of the book, and you can just go see. And there's a test as well, which is free. So if you want to know which love language, you know, applies to you, do the test, see, have your partner do it, and good luck also with that. Because, by the way, why do men have an issue doing that test? Or it's just the ones I know?
it's the ones you know.
and also another factor, the how to. That's the thing.
How to?
Women. You come, you're like, excuse me, you know, there's another guy who did that test. So you're also supposed to take it. In fact, we are supposed to take it so that we can be able to know where we are in our relationship. Blah, 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 blah. And the man is feeling like your voice is louder than
It's the
reason.
sound of many waters. It's louder.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing about women. Seriously, we don't know how to communicate to our husband.
Because, you know, the men fear judgment.
Yeah.
If your tone has judgment, if your language has judgment, then the guy changes immediately.
So you find so many women,
It's
so
going
many
north,
men.
goes south.
Exactly. You find so many men that are like, okay, I was told to take this test. He's feeling like, oh my God, I am drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Oh, please take me away from this situation. Because it is a situation. You've not come to him, showing him, you know, men also appeal to logic and reason as to why.
Yeah.
How will it benefit us,
Yeah.
you, me? Will it be better? But now we come chattering.
Like, hey, babe, there's this test. Hey, boy,
Yeah,
do it.
we have to do it. And in fact, even you change your tone, you change everything. Sit down here. I'm even sending you the link right now, and he's thinking,
Oh my
okay, now do I need to do it now?
I've taken the flag for everyone watching who is in my seat. I have taken it, but we have heard. Mary, we have heard you. What is your blog about?
Oh, my blog is ourmarriagechronicles.com. That's how we blog with my hubby.
Okay.
Yes, we've just written our experiences ever since we were dating till now. And of course, we write it based on Christ.
Our
But-
Marriage Chronicles.
.com,
Okay.
yes. But that's where we blog each and every experience we've had and being as real as possible.
Yeah.
So that at least someone doesn't think that, marriage is just, a bed of roses,
Yeah.
of which it has roses, but you have to work, you have to be intentional
Yeah.
with each other.
Yes.
Otherwise, it won't work.
Okay, so that's how you reach Mary if you need to have a conversation, our marriagechronicles.com. Pastor Benjamin, how can they reach you if they need pastoral counsel?
Pastoral counsel, you can look at my social media handles.
Okay.
Benjamin Jatha on Facebook, Benjin Jatha on Instagram, Benjin Jatha on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah.
good stuff. And Victor Salamba.
Yeah. VictorSalamba.com is my website.
Ah,
You
okay.
go there, you find me VictorSalamba.com, and
Yes.
also on my Facebook page,
Yes.
Victor Salamba as well. Yeah. Just to something, men actually don't like to seek help when it comes to marriage and relationships, because men believe that they know.
Yeah.
So to tell the men out there that asking is wisdom,
Amen.
not weakness.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
I like that. Asking is wisdom, not weakness. Yeah, I like that. Well, this conversation has been life-changing. I'm speaking on behalf. What's that phrase people say? I'm asking for someone. So I'm speaking on behalf of. I'm speaking on behalf of all the friends watching. This conversation has been life-changing, honestly. Thank you for coming today. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. We'll probably have to find another book, maybe now this time, on marriage and the perils and benefits. I believe in benefits. Again, I'm the gifts girl, so I'm sure stay somewhere
I
in
thought it
there.
moved to number 5. It doesn't move. After all this discussion, it doesn't move to number 5.
I don't think your height can move.
What we'll do, based on the new revelation I have, I will do this test again tonight and see whether it actually moves. Peradventure, it may move, right? But thanks for coming. And thanks for watching. Find the book. There's free versions everywhere. God bless.